want to. Hi.
Oh, well, it's starting now. Well, we just saw Buckethead.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah. So wait.
So,
yeah.
my friend, my fellow mad scientist in training, please, before we go any further, tell me, what are your previous experiences with Buckethead?
I didn't have much when we were first starting to be friends, which was what, freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He mentioned him, and I watched some videos with him, and he showed me a bunch of memes of him. Which, if you know this guy, he really likes memes, and But then he was like, "Hey, dude, I really want to go to this. He's not done tours for like 4 years. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? I'm sure I'll have a good time." And like on the train ride over, he showed me a bunch of tracks.
Most of his Buckethead experience was me giving him the Buckethead crash course on the train over.
Yeah.
So, like, I just ran through all the big songs I thought he would play, but like anyone who's seen my videos, you know I'm a massive Buckethead fan. I discovered him like 4 years ago. I saw this live video of Big Sur Moon, and it just captivated me, and I kept watching more and more videos. It's gotten to the point where now I have a massive CD collection. I have his signature guitar. I think it's safe to say I'm a pretty big fan. And like the Pikes were a scary time for me, because the Pikes were like, yes, he's making all this awesome music. He's cranking out like 4 albums a day. No, an album every 4 days, sorry. But he's not touring, and I'm like, I may never get to see him live, but now he's finally touring, and I'm like, I have to go to this show. And like the nearest show was like an hour and a half train ride for me, so I asked my buddy over here if he would like to go with me, to which he kindly replied yes. So we took the train to New York, and since we had some free time before we could get in line, Ripley's, believe it or not, is right across the street from B.B. King's Blues Bar and Grill. So we spent some time there, which was appropriate because it was a day filled with weirdness.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I have to say that was a pretty great precursor. I have to say probably wasn't worth the extra $20, but whatever. It was mostly because we were like, oh my god, we've got free time, and it's Ripley's, believe it or not. Let's go. And that was ridiculous. Yeah, some of the really fake like torture equipment and everything. It was fun. And then we waited in line for 2 hours.
Yeah. So our day up until this point has been a lot of standing around, because we started standing outside the venue at like 4 o'clock. So we stood for 2 hours. Then we got inside. We were like the 5th and 6th people to get into the building. So we at least got nice front row spots to see him, but we had to stand there for another 2 hours. And then there was the show itself, which was another 2 hours of standing.
Yeah, and the show was great. It started. He came on a bit late.
Yeah, he came on like 15 minutes late, and he had this dude like wearing a monster mask do magic tricks for like 4 minutes.
He pulled out 3 rubber chickens. It was great.
But first, he took a handkerchief, waved it, pulled out the egg, cracked the egg, glitter falls out. Then he did the 2 boxes thing, and he pulled out 3 rubber chickens. And then he just like scurried off stage. The lights went down in this monologue about like shrinking.
Yeah. It was like atomic crystal structures or something. He obviously took it from like some old documentary.
Yeah, and finally, the Bucket Man himself.
It was
struts out on stage, picks up his instrument of mass destruction, and plays the note that causes entire buildings to explode and vehicles to fly about like toys.
it was pretty fun. There were some technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, so
You know.
I forget the exact set list, but the sixth song he did was the Embalmer, and he like about 30 seconds into the song, his guitar started cutting out for no reason. And like I've seen videos on YouTube leading up to this show of this tour, and Buckethead's been having some technical difficulties lately. So like I thought, oh, well, if it happens, it happens. And it happened. Like it happened 30 seconds into the Embalmer. He couldn't fix it. He like waves frantically to his guitar tech to go and fix it. His guitar tech takes his guitar, and Bucket just kind of just like robot dances for a little bit, and then he goes back over to the guitar tech to see if he fixed it, which he hadn't, and then he like went off stage for like 3 or 4 minutes, and we just listened to the backing track of the Embalmer the whole time.
Yeah, that was really weird. Yeah.
But then they fixed everything, and he came back out on stage, and he just started the Embalmer over again, played the whole song over again. And by the way, Buckethead has all his backing tracks on an iPod Nano.
Yeah, it's like, I was just like, wait, oh, okay. A little tiny thing, he's got all his backing tracks on. It makes sense, actually, because the only other guy there besides the guitar tech was this light guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that was when things were starting to happen. The light guy came out and started pushing everybody's beer away from his, like, little stand. People had been putting their beers on it, and he was like, "Get that shit off here." It was pretty funny. His expression was like, "Oh, they're drunk already." It was really funny. I loved the fact that the giant robot was a big part of the show.
Before we could talk about that. So, like on the monitors, the whole time the giant robot miniseries was playing, the serial. And I saw you were like watching it.
It was really cool. I really love old monster old monster battling movies. I love those.
And like I kind of wanted to watch it too, but at the same time, something I could find on YouTube, something I paid money for, and
I paid money for the whole experience, man. It's not like I was only watching that. I was watching everything,
Yeah.
But
But anyways. Before the technical difficulties, he let us touch the kill switch, and since we were in the front row, you were like, "No, man, you go." Oh, and I'm like, you deserve it. Go ahead, you can touch it.
I don't know how I got in the front row. I was in the second row. Then all of a sudden, like right before it, I was like, "Wait, why am I in the front row?" But it kind of backfired on me. I stepped on gum. Who puts gum on the standing floor? Like, who does that? Anyway, so that was hard, I was trying to first of all, standing for 6 hours, and also there's gum on your shoe. That was a little difficult, but other than that, it was pretty great.
Before we get to the high point of the show, I just want to mention theme songs he played. He played Wonka in the Slaughter Zone. He played the Socialized theme from the Haunted Mansion, and he played what was the
Star Wars?
Star Wars, yes. But anyways, when he did so, the whole nunchuck routine was different today, because usually he does nunchucks, he does the robot dance, and then he does the toy exchange. Today, he did the robot dance first, and he only robot danced for like 20 seconds. Then he busted out the nunchucks, and he did nunchucks.
I think his finger foam, his foam fingers flew away. He was like, "Oh well."
No, he does that intentionally. He's just like, flick it off, because he's so cool. But then he does the nunchucks, and by the way, nunchucks in real life are 10 times more awesome than they look like in a video.
Like, the way he was twirling them about, he was barely holding on to the end of the nunchucks, and I was really scared that they were just gonna fly right at my face.
Yeah, because that would have made for an interesting video, because I took a video of that. I'm probably gonna post it on my channel.
You definitely should post that.
If I just titled it Buckethead hits me in face with nunchucks, that would have gotten so many.
3 billion views with that shit, man.
But anyways, I also in the video when he does the toy exchange, my toy was just my little green man thing that is my profile picture for my channel, just because I didn't really have anything
No,
else
I mean
lying around.
that's a great idea because
Yeah.
you know it's from your YouTube channel and
Yeah.
you know.
And so I have on video my biggest geek out moment ever in a long time.
Just wait, I you know, if you watch this before you like, you gotta post that. I'm gonna keep bullying you until you post it because you have no idea
how funny
it was. So funny. For example, why don't we show him our toys first?
Okay, so he got a Batman mask.
I got a freaking Batman mask from the man in the mask in the bucket. And
I got an Avengers fan, so
he is now an official fanboy. It's great. So yeah, and so he hands him that, and the moment he hands it to him, he's like, "Oh my God! Thank you so much! I love you, Buckethead! I'll cherish this forever, man! Oh my God!"
Basically, my reaction was that multiplied by 11.
Yeah, like you have no idea. It was really funny. He has it on video. Like you gotta post it. It's really funny. You know, mostly just because of his reaction. I mean, Buckethead doing the nunchuck and robot thing.
Yeah.
That's also pretty awesome.
And that reminds me, after he distributed the toys, he did nunchucks again for like 10 more seconds before walking off stage. And you have a theory that he was pissed off at his guitar tech.
I don't know if he was pissed off at his guitar tech. I think he was just pissed off because of the technical difficulties. Like, he just kind of was like, ugh, every time that something was going wrong. That wasn't the only time something was going wrong. There was, like, more things happening before that. But definitely when it cut out, that was the big one. Some people were talking that they saw that... Some people were talking behind me that they think that his finger was cut. You know, which probably would make for a stressful time. And that was interesting. You know, he did not do any like kind of wave like he did at the end of the concert, you know, which did go better than the first part. A lot better. And you know, he did kind of seem like he left in a huff. Other people kind of saw that too. We were really concerned that maybe he was just going to leave because there was no, like, it didn't seem like it was an intermission. It would just kind of seem like he just left, you know. But I don't know. I mean, it's not like I understand him. I don't think anybody fully does. But, you know.
The thing with Buckethead is he's playing a character.
Yeah.
So, like, what you see, he's supposed to be kind of manic. He's supposed to be a little, like, confused. He's supposed to be frantic. Like,
I don't know. Like,
and also, we have to mention, he sweated so profusely.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Every time he, like, bent over, just like, it was like tipping over a water bottle. Sweat just, like, poured out of his mask. And, like, I could see, like, he had little pieces of cloth over the eyes so you couldn't see his eyes. But I saw, like, his mouth through the mouth hole, and, like, he was moving his lips and tongue a lot, just, like, trying to, like, breathe in that thing.
Yeah. I mean, that costume he wears is probably really uncomfortable. And he wears, like, really tight clothes.
Yeah, he's
in addition to shirts, like you know.
Yeah, he's wearing, like, Under Armour and then a T-shirt and then the Michael Jordan jersey.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have that at the first part. What did he have?
He just had a black T-shirt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But also, like, somebody after the show was over, somebody like mentioned, I swear he has a beard because, like, every time he looks up, you can see like he has facial hair under the mask.
I don't know. I mean, we're not supposed to. You know, it was really fun. He didn't take the toys, which is what you told me he does. We had toys, but he didn't take them, which is another thing that contributed to my theory that he might have been pissed off at something. He didn't take our toys. Maybe he was just feeling generous. I don't know. Maybe that's not a thing anymore. Maybe he got a toy that really, like, messed him up or something. Like, somebody was trying, like somebody gave him something like with hidden razor blades, or I don't know.
That's a pretty dark theory.
One guy had like a giant, like, I don't know what it was. It looked like a hand.
Oh, he, like Manos the Hands of Fate, hand staff man.
Yeah, it looked like that, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, and there were these people in the front row that brought their own buckets. When he played, it was either Jowls or Gory Head Stump. Those were the first two songs. He took one of the buckets and put it on top of his bucket for the song, and then he gave the bucket back to the people.
Yeah, it was like one of the originals with funeral written on it, which he did not have.
It was just a plain KFC bucket this time with no funeral.
Yeah.
And the second set went much more smoothly than the first, no technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I have to say, Want Some Slaw was the most drawn-out version of Want Some Slaw I've ever heard.
That was
He improv for probably like 10 minutes on that song.
That was like the kind of like country bluegrass one, right?
No, the country bluegrass one is Hog Bitch Stomp. Want Some Slaw is the one that goes... At least it starts off like that. And I noticed, like, when he, your theory, like, his finger might have been cut, like, I noticed when he ended the show with Nottingham Lace, and Nottingham Lace, he usually, like, shreds like crazy on that song, but he was, like, pretty laid back. He was only playing, like, pretty moderately, just, like, not doing any real fast runs with it, just, like, more melodic than usual. And then after that, he just, like, takes his guitar off and he's like, bye.
Yeah, everybody was like, encore, and it, like, the lights came on, and the guitar tech started cleaning up. I was like,
and then the lady says on the intercom, "Thank you very much for coming to see Buckethead."
Like, people, like, there was an audible, at that point. Yeah, it was, I have to say, I enjoyed myself. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I had... It's
my
really,
feet hurt, but other than that, I had a great time.
Like my feet are sore too, but like the big thing I got at first, before I say anything else, I want to mention Buckethead has such youthful, beautiful hands. He really does. Just like he could be a hand model, but anyways,
what?
Like
no, hold on a second, hand model.
Like,
like at Jared's or something?
Sure, why not?
Hand model.
Like, you couldn't tell he was 47. He has the hands of, like, someone in their 20s or 30s. But, anyways, like...
I swear to God, if I find out that there are allegations drawn up against you, and you write in your love letter to Buckethead, you have beautiful hands, I will never let you forget it. I mean, I won't let him forget him geeking out already of him going, Buckethead, I love you, but that'll even be more priceless,
But like, the biggest thing I got out of this concert was, like, I've spent countless hours listening to Buckethead's music, playing Buckethead's music, or at least attempting to play it, looking up stuff about him, interviews, and fictional backstories, and, his music has changed my musical life entirely, and just, when he walks out on stage, even though, he's wearing the mask and bucket, you can just tell it's a person under that mask and bucket. Like, he's just a guy who just wants to make great music.
The dude's a virtuoso with that guitar. He only played one bass song.
Oh, he only really does one bass solo.
Oh, okay.
And I was kind of disappointed because the bass solo wasn't that long. It was only 2 minutes. And
it's because his guitar strap broke.
His guitar strap broke?
Yeah, it broke off the thing, and he was like, oh yeah, and that's why he went down on one knee.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Because he spent the first 30 seconds slapping it up top, and then he just knelt down. Everyone cheered because they thought he was gonna go nuts and roll on the floor or something.
No, it's because his guitar strap fell off, and actually the guitar tech snuck up behind him and you know, it reattached it, tapped his shoulder, and like did this, and then he was like, you know, but he kept like staying there. Maybe he didn't notice or something. But yeah, that's why that's why I assume he knelt down because his thing fell off, which was pretty smooth actually.
Yeah, because, like, I've had guitar straps, like, unhook themselves on me in the past, and, like, there's, like, a split second where it's like, oh, shit, but then you, like, kind of catch it, and you have to, like, hold it with these 3 fingers and, like, attempt to pick.
Yeah, which would be easier with a bass and his freaking gigantic hands, you know?
Yeah, like, the thing with Buckethead's fingers is when he was really young, he was a lot thinner, so, like, his fingers were like spider legs on the fretboard, but now since he's older,